Meet the Slab of Vecna, the developer's masterpiece in chaos engineering. It's not just a slab. Some say it's hovering evidence that game balance is just a fairy tale. Even enemies will be submitting bug reports as they're erased from existence. Roll it. Welcome back to the channel where we turn ordinary moments into perverted ones.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Oh yeah, we do. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join the coolest window lickers in Neverwinter. For the veterans, you know the drill. Smash the like button like it owes you money. And of course, become a member if you feel like supporting. Now let's talk about Vecna, a mount that was introduced during the summer festival as a limited time offer in the Wondrous Bazaar for the price of 3 million Astro Diamonds, has become a source of drama in the Neverwinter community. During its initial release, many players were uncertain about its potential impact and were cautious about investing such a hefty sum. Fast forward to Module 27 and the narrative has taken a turn. Players who missed a chance to acquire Vecna are now voicing their frustration, especially since the mount has not yet returned to the Wondrous Bazaar, making it unattainable for them, and who knows if it ever will. This seems like the perfect moment to say, you snooze, you lose. But it's not that simple in this situation, since the crux of the matter lies in the significant power imbalance created by Vecna, with its capabilities far surpassing those of other mounts, particularly in terms of damage output. Typically, items added to the Wondrous Bazaar by Cryptic aren't as potent as Vecna has proven to be. When items become as powerful as Vecna, it leaves a sour taste in the mouths of players who don't actually have it, as it introduces a significant imbalance, providing substantial advantages to those with Vecna over those without. Skill levels become less relevant when the power lies in consistently pressing the mount combat power button whenever it's off cooldown. Vecna currently outshines other mount powers, doubling or even tripling their overall damage. Mount powers like Tongue Lash or Tunnel Vision pale in comparison to Vecna. Even if Vecna were to return to the Wondrous Bazaar, allowing everyone to purchase it at any time, the issue persists. While it might make Vecna more widely available, it doesn't rectify the substantial damage gap compared to other mounts. And a big part of this issue is that Vecna has been confirmed is not working as intended. Tests have shown its exceptional damage potential is because it is double dipping stats, an issue that can have game-breaking consequences if left unresolved. The magnitude of the damage difference suggests that it would be more practical to nerf Vecna. Even though nerfing is always annoying, it is sometimes necessary, and by doing so, bringing its damage output to a more reasonable level compared to other mounts, rather than attempting to elevate the power of other mounts to match the Slab of Vecna, which could lead to a spiral of adjustments that get wildly out of hand. Speaking of wildly out of hand, what does the situation remind you of? Oh right, the Band of Ring, which was overpowered forever, and when it got nerfed, people lost their damn minds.
Larry! Larry, you can't just... Oh,
Larry! Oh, are you alright? How did...
Larry!
I mean, Golem fell so deeply in love with his ring that he wouldn't let it go even if it meant dying for it. Let's not wait forever to fix something and become like Golem, screaming my precious every chance we get, and then sinking into the lava pits of Mount Doom with ring in hand. While the perspective of nerfing will most likely piss off the few elitist scums of the earth that only care about their personal self-serving interests, who even gives a flying fuck what they think anyways? Their RQs are so low, it's on a first-name basis with sea slugs. It's like trying to have a deep conversation with a shallow puddle. It's just not gonna happen. The focus should be on addressing the existing imbalance for a more enjoyable and balanced gaming experience for all, even if that means nerfs. However, as usual, I find myself questioning Cryptic. What's causing the delay in resolving this problem? The company's response times appear erratic, swinging between swift fixes on one day and dragging out solutions for 6 months or even years on another. There must be a rationale behind their decision not to address these issues in a more timely manner. I mean, we know there is some incompetence involved and this isn't something new to us, but still one has to wonder. And I know I have said this more times than I can count, but Cryptic has to step up its game in order to be taken seriously by the player base. I mean, it's been 10 years, and how does the saying go? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Consistency in addressing issues is key, and this isn't an isolated problem. There are plenty of issues to address overall in Neverwinter. While Vecna takes the spotlight in this video, it's just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to the various aspects that need attention and improvement. So what should they do to address the Vecna issue? Cryptic could consider several steps. First and foremost, they need to evaluate Vecna's current power level, which we can all agree is pretty damn high. But it's something they should have done before releasing it into the wild, and should consider adjusting its abilities to bring it more in line with other mounts. This could involve tweaking damage output, fixing the cause of the double dipping, or introducing a more balanced mechanic. Additionally, reopening access to Vecna in the Wondrous Bazaar could be a solution, but it would not fully resolve the damage gap issue. Cryptic could implement a system where players who missed the initial offering can obtain Vecna through in-game achievements or even events, ensuring a fair chance for everyone. But this has its own repercussions. Putting an item back on sale or in circulation when it's known to be broken is something we would normally roast Cryptic for, and rightly so. It's only in demand because of its broken damage output, and the people who want it at the moment are also the ones that will scream bloody murder when it gets nerfed/fixed and stops giving the effect they paid so much AD or effort to get. But communication is key. Cryptic could provide transparent updates to the player base regarding their plans for Vecna and any adjustments made. This fosters trust and understanding and helping to manage player expectations. Ultimately, a combination of balancing Vecna's abilities, revisiting its availability, and maintaining open communication would contribute to addressing the concerns surrounding Vecna in the game. And Cryptic, I'm talking to you. Urgent action is needed in resolving these types of issues swiftly. Time is of the essence, and the need for quick action should be glaringly apparent. Sooner is better than later, but better late than never. Consider the wider repercussions as well. Allowing an overpowered item to persist for months only deepens frustration within the player base. Prolonged overpowered states contribute to players being excluded from completion groups and trials, especially when everyone in the group could potentially be using a Slab of Vecna. This damage difference becomes a significant barrier, impacting the overall inclusivity of these groups. Those without it feel the sting of dealing less damage and exclusion, and those who have it for an extended period become so used to its overwhelming damage that it sets the stage for disappointment if a nerf is eventually introduced. Taking swift action when needed is not only essential for maintaining a fair and balanced gaming experience, but also ensuring the equal participation of all players in high-end content. So let me know what your take is on why this is taking so long to address, besides incompetence or the lack of manpower. What do you think the right course of action should be? Should they nerf it to be more on par with other mounts, or should they leave it as it is and give all players a chance to acquire it through in-game activities or the Wondrous Bazaar? Or do you have a better idea? Just scribble it down in the comments. Anyways, I better end this video before some window licker from the magical land of Narnia calls me a crybaby again. See you on the next one. Peace.